Hello everyone, I'm Spectre MD, and today we gather to honor the memory of those lost in the 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. Personally, I lost my aunt and uncle. My uncle worked in pharmaceutical logistics. He loved keeping things simple and the simple life. He loved life. When he didn't take my cousins and siblings and I to the beach, he would take us on stunning road trips across the Syrian landscape, even up to Turkey. It was often funny how there'd be 7 or 8 people in that tiny little Kia Rio that he would use to take us around. I'm sure it looked like a clown car with all of us coming out when we got there. It'd be like 3 adults and 3 kids in their laps, and then the older kid in the passenger seat up front, with him driving. He took us on fishing trips and always reminded us of where we came from, and that family will always be there for each other. My uncle treated all of his nieces and nephews like they were his own kids, always reminded my siblings and I, as well as my cousins, that we could talk to him and treat him like our own father, and that he'd be always there for us. My aunt, a dedicated school teacher, believed in her students' potential. She'd say that these kids would change the world. She treated me like a son, and my cousin and I were brothers in her eyes. Her adventurous spirit matched my uncle's, and together they shaped our lives. This picture was of me and her back in 2010 when I was 13. It's the only thing that I have left of her. This tribute is not just about statistics or headlines, but it's about the lives that touched ours. It was February 6, 2023. I sat in a classroom focused on an exam, unaware that my world was about to shatter. My uncle called. I silenced my phone, thinking I'd just call back later. Little did I know that this was the last time I'd ever hear from him. Hours later, the news broke. A devastating earthquake had struck Turkey and Syria. My uncle's family was unaccounted for. Panic had set in as I just watched the clock, praying for their safety. For 72 agonizing hours, I clung to hope, imagining their survival against all odds. On the 8th day, reality crashed down. They recovered my aunt and uncle's bodies trapped beneath the debris. After, the autopsy showed asphyxiation as the cause, and that had claimed their lives before the rescue crews could reach them. Just the pain of knowing they survived the collapse only to succumb to time before the responders could get to them haunts me. Loss teaches us harsh truths, that time is finite and we must seize it. I hadn't seen my aunt or uncle since 2010, and now they're gone. We can't predict when our last conversation will be, so let's prioritize family time, express love, and cherish each fleeting moment. But there's more to the story. Sanctions had left Syria grappling with shortages of power, heating, food, and fuel. Even before the earthquake, rolling blackouts were the norm. Imagine having only 4 hours of power to charge your devices, followed by 20 hours of total darkness. But amidst the chaos, heroes emerged. It was responders from the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. You see, despite war, despite instability, they entered Syria. Their courage knew no bounds. They provided aid, comfort, and hope to those who had lost everything. They were there with everybody that had lost someone, digging and struggling amidst all the rubble. As we remember those lost in the 2023 earthquake, let's turn grief into action. Support organizations like the IFRC. Together, we can prepare communities, save lives, and ensure that no one faces disasters like this alone. The IFRC stands for the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent. They operate across the globe providing aid, shelter, and other emergency response resources at times of crisis or need. They form the largest humanitarian network comprising of 191 national Red Cross and Red Crescent societies working to save lives, build community resilience, strengthen localization, and promote dignity. The purpose of this video is to honor and keep the memory alive of my aunt, uncle, and all those that lost their lives in 2023 in that earthquake that hit Syria and Turkey. If a crisis occurs that overwhelms a national society's local ability to respond, they get support from the IFRC's Global Disaster Response System. This includes finance mechanisms and surge services like international responders from other countries to help scale up and effectively respond to a crisis. Whether it's a donation, spreading awareness, or volunteering, every action counts. Let's stand together, united by compassion, and make a lasting impact. In the description below, I have a link to donate to the IFRC's Global Disaster Relief Fund. If you're not able to donate, all I ask of you is just to spread this video and help me spread awareness. Thank you for your time, guys, and have a good one.